What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Jose Show. Happy Thursday. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day. But anywho, let's start off today's show with something pretty crazy. So apparently, Ohio woman is wanted for slashing the balls of her own boyfriend. Yes, you heard that correctly. So authorities have issued an arrest warrant for accused scrotum slasher Janita Hopings after the 45-year-old woman allegedly kicked in the front door of her boyfriend's Toledo home and barged inside to perform her amateur surgery on him with a sharp object. So cops say Hopings cut her boyfriend so badly that one of his nuts was fully exposed, requiring treatment at a local hospital. Okay, so Hopings has been charged with felonious assault where the victim was seriously harmed and aggravated burglary. Worth noting, a mugshot from a previous arrest is floating around, but TMZ was told that Toledo police are currently still searching for Hopings. So the balls are in the cops' court now because it's up to them to find this alleged testicle terror. This is very insane that this woman went off and tore the testicles of her own boyfriend. This woman doesn't just deserve to be in prison. This woman also deserves to be in a freaking psychiatric hold, because I don't think that anybody in the correct mind would go off and tear the testicles off of their own boyfriend. And also, this woman even looks like a psycho by already seeing the mugshot of a previous crime that I believe she was in the past. So this is very darn insane. I think that if they capture this woman is gonna go so nuts, and I'm afraid that she's gonna have a sharp object on her. So if I were the police, I would definitely be careful if I were them, and I would definitely have a shield in front of them big time, especially in front of their testicles if they are boy cops, by the way. Okay, I'm just recommendation to the cops out there. Now, I'm also recommending for this woman to also have a restraining order against this poor man that got their poor testicles chopped off because of this lunatic. Because if there is a restraining order going on, along with prison time and along with the psychiatric hold, then trust me, this boy is definitely going to be in good safetyness. That is for sure. I believe here that it is just so darn insane too at the same time that this woman is still out and about and the cops are still searching for her, because I believe that normally when it comes to, situations like this, I believe that cops are already catching the criminal and they're already putting the criminal to their own place, which is in jail. But unfortunately, this woman might be some type of Carmen Sandiego that they're just going off hiding, and they're going off pretending to be somebody else so that way they won't end up getting into any trouble. It's very ridiculous. Like, she just needs to come clean and be like, okay, I'm the ball terror. I'm the one that got to slash the balls off of my own boyfriend because my own boyfriend is, I don't know, this, and this. Now, I can already imagine that the reason to why this crazy woman ended up tearing off the balls of her own boyfriend was because of the fact that maybe her own boyfriend got to cheat on her and got to sleep with somebody else, and so out of revenge she went off and did this. I don't know, that's just what it sounds like it to me, because I don't think that anybody in the correct mind would do such a thing. And I believe that when it comes to getting that angry over being jealous for being cheated on, and also for noticing that your own boo is sleeping with somebody else, then I believe that the first thing that would come to mind is doing something like this. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking as to why I believe is the reason to why this woman went off and slashed the balls of her own boyfriend. So, yeah. And you know what? I'm really thinking here that if this woman is still on the loose and will continue to be on the loose for God knows how long, God forbid that she ends up dating somebody else, and then that somebody else ends up doing her dirty behind her back, and then she goes off and does the same thing to that other man. Or God forbid that even though the man is being a good boy towards the girl, let's just say, the woman is still going to be a lunatic to be chopping off the balls off of that man as well. I don't know, man. We live in a very crazy nation. We live in a very crazy world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is America. Okay, now on to the next topic. So apparently Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are back together at least for one night only, but it's strictly business. So the famous ex is reunited Monday for a movie premiere in New York City, showing up for the first screening of Kiss of the Spider-Woman. So Jen stars in the musical and Ben serves as an executive producer. Artist Equity, the production company he shares with Matt Damon, helped produce the flick. Ben and Jen mugged for the camera, standing shoulder to shoulder, and he even wrapped his arm around her, resting his hand on her waist. So, as we all know, Ben and Jen's 2024 divorce was actually finalized while she was filming the musical. Okay, so this is all according to TMZ. So this is really insane that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck got to reunite in this event about this movie that Jennifer Lopez is in, but I think that maybe the both of them are friends, which is why they got to reunite in this event after all. And I believe that, at the end of the day, I believe that even though you are divorcing someone, there are times that you can still be friends with that person, okay? Not all the time is a divorce going to end in a very bad way where you don't want to see that person ever again, okay? And it's actually really cute that they got to reunite because, Ben and Jennifer Lopez made a really cute couple, and I believe that they would actually make a really cute friendship as well. Now, it's really insane at the same time that this movie was still being filmed while Jennifer Lopez was divorcing Ben Affleck. That's already getting me a feeling that maybe her filming the movie and being too busy for the movie might have been one of the reasons to why this divorce happened in the first place and between Ben and Jen. Because, unfortunately, when you're too busy, unfortunately, you don't have the enough time to be snuggling with your boo. You don't have the enough time to be kissing your boo and being there for your boo. And I believe that is how Ben Affleck felt when Jennifer Lopez was too busy filming that movie that now is on the premiere. That's just what I'm thinking. That's just what I'm thinking. Okay, but anywho, I think that the more that Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are going to be getting along, I think it's going to be very healthy for their children, because I think that their children are still getting along with each other. They're still, communicating and so forth. And I believe that not so long ago, Jennifer Lopez was out and about with not Casey Affleck, I believe with Ben Affleck's child, and having lunch with him. And I believe she was also having lunch, of course, with her daughter. And there was all smiles and they were enjoying the lunch together. I believe this was out in Beverly Hills, and that was already giving me signs that, the children, like I said, are still communicating with each other. They're still getting along with each other. So I believe that if Bennifer were to go off and fight, or were to go off and, hate on one another, then I believe that it would affect the friendship in between the children in a way, I guess, because, there would be the, enemies here and there, like, oh my God, your father is this, oh my God, your mother J-Lo is that, and blah, 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 blah. And then the drama would be evolving from there, and then it wouldn't be a really healthy friendship nor relationship for the kids of Ben Affleck with the kids of Jennifer Lopez. I'm just saying what could be the case here, okay? But anyways, we really need to be considerate of the fact that, like I said, friendship is really important, and friendship is definitely important when it comes to ending a marriage, because I believe that when there is a friendship being involved, then the divorce isn't going to be ugly, the divorce isn't going to be evil like many other divorces, and it'll be all healthy, all good, all smiles, all hearts, okay? But anywho, yeah, this is definitely internet breaking right here, and you know what? I highly doubt that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are ever going to get back together ever again, because of the fact that I really think that they're going to continue to be too busy for each other. And I believe that Jennifer Lopez is still not dating anybody anyways, because she is still heartbroken about the fact that she divorced Ben Affleck just last year. So, and it's very weird, by the way, because I would notice that Jennifer Lopez changes boyfriends like changing underwear, and it's no offense to the woman, but anywho, may friendships and love win at the end of the day. All right, now on to the next topic. So Max Erich, Demi Lovato's ex, unfortunately got arrested because he got into an awful altercation with his own mother over in Florida. So crazy new details in the arrest of Demi Lovato's ex-fiance Max Erich have surfaced, and the dude is being accused of roughing up his mom while abusing nitrous oxide, according to a police report. So the report says cops received a domestic violence call Tuesday night from someone who claimed Erich was live streaming himself beating on his mother. Police say they responded to the Florida home Erich shares with his mom, who officers found at a neighbor's residence after an altercation with Max. So officers spoke to the mom, who told them Max heavily abuses inhalants and had consumed nitrous oxide before turning violent during an argument over her phone in their house. Police said the mom allegedly told cops Max chased her outside into her neighbor's backyard, pushed her to the ground, and kicked her in the thigh. She did not suffer serious injuries. Cops ordered Max to come out of his house, and after several minutes, he complied and was taken into custody. So TMZ broke the story. Erich was arrested Tuesday for battery on a person 65 or older. He posted a $1,000 bond and was released Wednesday. Okay, so Erich was very briefly engaged to Demi Lovato, as we all know, back in 2020. So this is really insane that Max Erich was abusing his own mother, especially with nitrous oxide. I believe that this man was about to kill his own mother, because I think that nitrous oxide is really toxic, man. It's just something that is, like, I believe a drug, if I'm not mistaken, that really gets to you in all levels, and that's something that, of course, is being put on you after your visit with the dentist when your wisdom teeth are being taken out, I believe, or whatever dentist surgery is being put to you. But anyways, and I believe that his intention was, not just to kill his own mother, but I believe it was to, like, that type of person that just was wanting to go nuts, probably. He just wanted to go ballistic. He just wanted to, take his ballisticness up to the new level, because of the fact that maybe this man in reality is just not a good person. He's actually a very lunatic person that is maybe, in a situation where he is not doing good mentally, because it's just not normal for me that this person is going off and trying to kill basically his own mother with nitrous oxide, and then he's getting into an altercation where he's just, going very violent and he's going very crazy, and then he's doing it, by the way, in front of a live stream where a lot of people were watching him. Like, that's even more insanity, because that's like getting a bunch of witnesses right there just saying what actually happened, first and foremost, which, by the way, is already getting him screwed. Second of all, I mean, that's just like, showing like that he is, like, trying to brag about his violentness or something, because of the fact that he was live streaming all of that. Like, that must be so darn traumatizing. And by the way, if all of that was being shown on TikTok, Instagram, or what other social media, then I believe it's going to end up getting banned, because if there's one thing that these social medias do not condone, is having to be showing this type of violence, because when it comes to these type of platforms are supposed to be safe platforms where we are being friendly and where we are being, very loving and caring of one another and so forth, so that's another thing. So this is already ruining the reputation of Max Erich, and this is definitely going to get him into maybe some major prison time, because this is definitely very evil, very harmful, very, oh my God, very scary. Like, I think that this man also needs to be in a psychiatrical too, because this is just not correct on what he just did. Like, I believe that is the reason to why Demi Lovato ended up breaking up from him way back in like 2020, I believe it was. And Demi Lovato didn't want to say anything, because Demi Lovato, she just didn't want to spread any drama, I believe, and she just wanted to, have a very peaceful transition with her own life, so that way Demi Lovato would definitely not get beat up by that man, probably. So we really think that Demi Lovato dodged a bullet at the end of the day here with what she did in breaking up with this guy. So anyways, this is very insane. So anywho, on to the next topic. So Wendy Williams' ex-husband needs to go back to the drawing board if he wants to take legal action over her guardianship because a judge just tossed a lawsuit he tried to file on her behalf. According to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, the judge just denied Kevin Hunter's motion to proceed with the suit as a so-called friend of Wendy's, but he did leave Kevin an opening to refile the case. So Wendy called in during Thursday's TMZ live stream, sharing her thoughts about the suit being thrown out and also how she's got no clue how much money she has in the bank. So we'll all recall that Kevin filed a federal lawsuit on Wendy's behalf in New York back in June to release her from the shackles of her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, but Wendy told TMZ she had nothing to do with the lawsuit. Okay, so in denying Kevin here, the judge says he can file an amended complaint with allegations and claims on his own behalf, but he's got to leave Wendy out of it. Okay, so this is very insane. I think that it's very insane that this man is over here trying to take legal action according to Wendy Williams's what's it called, guardianship, because I believe that this man needs to stay out of Wendy Williams's business, and this man definitely needs to leave Wendy Williams alone. Okay, just like he was really good at leaving her alone when he went off and cheated on her behind her back, I believe that is exactly what he should be doing now. But since this man wants money, this man wants to make Wendy Williams' life miserable, he is just going off filing lawsuits, and he's over here trying to look like he's the friend of Wendy's, that he really is caring for Wendy and so forth, when in reality that is all a bunch of BS. And what's even more insane is that he is over here still thinking about Wendy Williams, and he's like having her in his mind, I believe, 24/7. And also, it's more insane, by the way, that the court is still letting Kevin Hunter go off and, file a complaint, but it has to be out of him towards Wendy, or I believe a complaint, about something, and then he needs to leave Wendy out of it. Like, it's just kind of sounding to me that like the court is trying to give Kevin Hunter that little path into like really getting Kevin to, I don't know, do something towards Wendy in a way with this whole entire guardianship, but at the same time he can't be going off and filing stuff on behalf of Wendy, I believe, and at the same time he can't go off and do stuff on behalf of Wendy. I believe that is what the court is trying to tell us here. I believe that is what the court is trying to tell him, especially, and I believe that it's really, really weird because, I just think that the courthouse should be like, you know what, sir, you need to stay out of this, period. You really are the divorced one. You really are the one that's living a different lifestyle. You really are the one that, is the cause of all of the disastrous stuff that is going on with Wendy. So why on earth should we even give you the right to be doing anything in accordance to Wendy Williams? Like, you should just leave her alone and that's it. Like, I don't know. This is very strange, but I believe that, yes, Kevin is going to be filing a complaint probably in the near future because, if there's one thing that Kevin wants to do is he's wanting to destroy Wendy Williams. He's not wanting to fix Wendy Williams. He's not wanting to, make Wendy's life a beautiful peach. He's not wanting to do anything good for the poor woman, okay? I mean, when you got an enemy, the enemy is there to destroy you, and the devil is definitely involved in all of that on what the enemy wants to be doing with you. So Wendy Williams, if I were you, I would definitely be careful, and I would definitely look out, and I would definitely have really good lawyers by your side to be speaking on your behalf and to be defending you, so that way you can end up winning whatever the hell Kevin Hunter is trying to do to you. Okay, so Wendy, be smart, protect yourself, and please, may God be with you at all levels. Amen. All right, now that is it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's lovely episode of the Jose Show. Till next time, and peace.